Yeah, so looks like I was a little late on that. We would have nailed it right there, but I drew this a little after. I expected us to go a bit lower. However, when we did get back to this range on Discord trade alerts, I did advise getting into a partial long at this point. So people should be in straddles if they're following along with the channel. And likely there's an opportunity to close the short end of that straddle, which was opened up yesterday in the morning tomorrow. We were talking about closing the long end of the straddle today, and probably right now. Let me see. Yeah, this is a good place, guys. We might pop up a little bit higher, but if you've got if you got a good long position or a long leg profit, this would be a good place to take it. Right, we've got a lot of nullification, so there's a lot of uncertainty here. What I've been picking up on is that this ruin up here indicating a big move, a breakout into a high there in the last hour. But my sense is that it's before the end of the hour, and it's now 3:10. So it may be that we go a little bit higher, but my sense is probably here is a good spot to exit out of the long end of those. And I'm just going to alert everybody. We might, like I said, go a little bit higher based on the RSI. There's often when you get to a top, you creep higher, and the RSI kind of like hangs out about this range for a little bit. But again, a good trader, a disciplined trader, is never looking for max gain. They're looking for the most reliable entry and exit. Like they understand that there's always more profit, there's more opportunity. And the way that you miss out on all that opportunity, that profit, is by being silly and not capturing that profit while you have it. So if you're new to the channel, guys, this is a regularly scheduled time. We do this live stream every day every Tuesday and every Friday between 3 p.m. and 4 p.m. Eastern time. We do 6 days a week, just other times. You can get that schedule on our public Discord channel. If you're interested in getting access to the public Discord, just like comment, say, hey, can I get access to the public Discord if you can't find it, but it's Investor Profit Server. So what we're going to look at here today is the S&P 500 and the day trade kind of stuff that we're looking at. We're going to take a look at the Bitcoin monthly reading by the day, and we'll also take a look at Boeing, because we had somebody asking me questions about Boeing earlier. And then by that point, some of the members will be on asking questions, and we'll cover a bunch more stuff at that point. If you're interested in being one of the people asking questions, it's unlimited questions, my friends, as long as you're a paying member, a paying supporter of the channel, and it's inexpensive considering it's unlimited questions, 6 days a week, $50 a month. You don't want me to do that calculation because I'll end up raising it. I don't want to do that calculation. It's so cheap. It's crazy. Hey, AV. And we'll take a look at Tesla and Amazon as well. Let's take a look real quick. And in actuality, before we roll into that, this ruin here usually is indicating something like don't chase a decline, don't chase a rally. But here it might be like not to we might feel like we want to cash out here if there is a sharp decline off of this peak, which I think probably will take place relatively soon by the half hour most likely. In any case, there's probably like temptation to close the short leg there, but right here with this ruin. But my sense is that probably tomorrow is a better opportunity to close a short leg. And this is on the 1 month, right around the time that we have a peak taking place on the 8th. The November S&P 500 monthly reading is coming out as well, by the way, guys. That's coming out like in the next like day or so. I'd have to look it up, but it's coming out relatively soon for anybody that's got early access. And then by the end of the week, it'll be out for anybody that's got that's on our mailing list on our website, Tarot for Traders. It's a free mailing list, gets you the earliest you can get the free version of our 1 month reading. Well, the earliest you can get our 1 month reading for free. There is no paid version of the 1 month S&P 500, but those are the two ways to get it earliest. Otherwise, you got to wait till the last Thursday, the last Friday, or the third Friday of the month to get the next month's reading. So a couple ways you can get that, guys, and that's coming out relatively soon. Should have been out already, but we were a little backed up. Now we're caught up pretty well. All right, so let's take a look at Amazon and Tesla, and then we'll do Bitcoin and Boeing after that. Amazon is one of the tickers that we cover with our monthly access subscription on our website, Tarot for Traders. I'll let you guys know at the end of this stream how to get that if you're interested, but there's a ton of stuff that gives you access to, really valuable stuff. Live Discord trade alerts, live updated trading view charts, the trades ahead of time, all the trades ahead of time. Oh, how did that happen? The heck? All right, so be mindful here, guys. We didn't see a high today. There is a peak, it looks like, tomorrow morning based on this ruin here. So we're likely going to see a higher price level. I wonder if we've up at those highs there. Let me see. Yeah, so we're probably going to be much higher tomorrow. And then we should dip from there into a trough on the 10th. Oh my gosh, sorry guys. A trough on the 10th, and then back to another peak probably early in the day on the 11th. That would be another place to exit out of longs. See, this is a really tricky reading because the theme card is bullish, but the lows are here at the end of the month. It's so tricky. It doesn't happen very often. Hey, it was like K-Web and Hood look remainder of the week. I'll get into that in just a moment. So that's an affirmative. We should see a higher price level. Probably we pop overnight, and then early in the morning tomorrow there should be a trough, a peak. As far as Tesla, let's take a look. We'll take a look at the Tesla dailies as well. Because we have those for October for anybody with monthly access. They've got the trades for these, the day trades that we were looking at. Gonna come up, honey? Come on. You look so handsome. You look so handsome. Yeah, it looks like there's a peak there as well tomorrow with some swings or a drop. And hopefully people entered into a long here based on that Empress card there to close out of tomorrow at the peak. So we'll probably be around here tomorrow is my sense. Maybe not quite. But somewhere like right here. Oh, actually. If you're new to the channel, these ellipses that we draw on the chart are for entry and exits, where we expect to see red ellipses where we expect to see troughs and lows, green ellipses where we expect to see peaks and crests, and where they overlap, when you have two overlapping, the darker areas where it's more probable that the price level will meet. And these bigger ellipses, they're part of like a greater time frame reading. Interesting. So this is a little tricky. So we're either going to finish at a high or at a low. I'm not going to get into explaining how that could be. It's one of the two. So if it's a high, then I would say there's going to be opportunity tomorrow at a low to open up a long. If it's a low, I would say open up the long at the low just before the close. So we'll have to see what happens there. All right, let's take a look at K-Web and Hood, and then we're going to take a look at Bitcoin. We're going to take a look at Boeing. So stick around for that. I'll also tell you about a special offer that we have going on right now for custom readings. I'm guessing it's this New York Stock Exchange Crane shares. For the remainder of this week and next week. Overall, from now through the end of next week, decline increasing with momentum. Price swingy this week, back and forth, and then we establish a sound foundation of support, or we meet an important support level on a 1-year chart scale in the second week, something along those lines. And Hood. Nice move today, jeez. That's got to be some sort of news. So the overall trend for the remainder between now and through the end of next week, overall trend direction. Multiple failed attempts to break through key resistance. Price swings this week. And next week, erratic behavior back and forth through the same price level on a multi-day scale. In the midst of that, we should revisit a crest that was recently a past opportunity. Oh, significant opportunity. Oh my gosh, you wanna take profits. If you got profits in Hood here, take gains, open up a short position. Like, you could probably close the short position. You could probably close a short position tomorrow. There's going to be some price swinging, and then probably even a lower price level on Thursday. But the swinging in between, you probably want to close a short position tomorrow. All right, let's take a look at Bitcoin and then Boeing. Yeah, so still moving to the upside, guys. Highly recommend if you got into like a day trade, if you got into a long position in the midst of a decline off this resistance here, or if you got into a long position here, I would say you want to take profits around this price level. We'll probably go a little bit higher. But if we end near highs, there should be a sharp drop overnight. I don't think we're going to end near highs, so I think we should have a turnaround relatively soon, because we're coming up on the midway through the hour. That's my sense. We've already seen the breakout take place, which is what this rune indicates, and a high, but it's not right up on the close. It's like before the close, and then this rune here, it indicates like the possibility of being misled to the downside. So I wouldn't want to close out of it, the short leg just yet. If you're not in a short leg, you might even consider opening up a short here for an overnight swing. Oh, that's coming out too. The S&P 500 SPY ETF 1 year reading for 2025, late as heck, coming out very, very soon. That's going to be for download only, my friends, meaning that you'll need to sign up on our website and then you can download it. Where's my Bitcoin? Okay, here's Bitcoin. Yeah, that's correct. And we are within the entry range. So this is what was predicted, opening up a short yesterday. This is a good example of what these live trading view, live updated trading view charts, why they're so valuable. This is what I do in real time in combination with the Discord trade alerts. Anybody that got monthly access, the monthly access subscription on our website, Tarot for Traders, they know about these trades. They've seen these ellipses, and the green ellipse was an entry point for a swing trade until tomorrow, or into today, I should say. And we fulfilled that entry point. Hopefully, people have exited out. This would be a good place to enter if you haven't. If you're looking for an entry point and you didn't get in down here for the long-term trade, I would say that it's definitely like a. Well, why does that circle keep changing? That's weird. The circle like changes in size. Do you guys see that? That's so weird. I'm gonna have to fix that. Anyhow, so if you got in here where we advised for this multi-day swing into a high, I would say that's a good and you hold out for this. If you didn't get in, you were looking for a good entry, this is probably your best entry in the foreseeable future. I mean, on a 1 month by the day scale. And tomorrow, I would not hesitate to pull the trigger. If as soon as we should see like a spike to the upside. You're gonna want to exit when you see this like spike. It'll stand out on a multi-day scale. Nice move to the upside somewhere between now and tomorrow in Bitcoin. That would be the exit on the like overnight swing, or hold it because we will go higher eventually. Matter of fact. I'm going to do the November Bitcoin next. I'm not on this live. I mean, I'm going to do the reading for it and record it next. Next recording I do. Oops. I mean Bitcoin. If I said Tesla, I meant Bitcoin. Bitcoin 1 year overview reading was created June 16th, 2023 at 10:34 p.m. Eastern Time, still being used today with significant accuracy. What's going on here? Yeah, okay. So from the standpoint of like long term, you might want to open up a bit of along there for just this is like a swing trade here, because my sense is that we probably do go lower. There is a possibility that we enter into this range, but based on what's transpired, I might have been late. This could have been because we fulfilled it here at the end of September. It's possible I was late on this and that we're not going to fulfill it again. It's kind of like 50-50 right now, hard to say. What transpires over the next few days will give me a good idea of that. And we should go lower into like the very end of the month. That's the real buy opportunity on a multi-day scale there in July. Or excuse me, there on the 30th of July. They're on the 30th. Will Mr. hit 200 this week or next week? I don't have one for that? I could have sworn we did one for this. Weird. Could have sworn. Sorry, my dog is sleeping on my lap. That's why I'm like in all these weird contorted angles right now. That looks super bullish. Let's see what the cards have to say. Will it hit 200 this week? I got a yes. It looks like we'll poke through it just barely. Either we poke through it just barely and then we come back down with a full retracement, or the poke is into the 200 range. We turn around, we come back down with a full retracement. But we do meet that price level this week, it looks like. Can I please guide on NVIDIA this week and next week? More bullish or bearish? Sure thing. NVIDIA is another ticker that's covered by our monthly access subscription. This looks very bullish as well. Oh, this is by the week. Hold on. Still looks super bullish. And in December, I'll have a 1 month by the day. That's when we made the changes in time for November readings, or excuse me, December readings. In December, I will have a by the day. So next month, the first reading by the day for NVIDIA will, as we start doing that again, will come out. But in the meantime, Okay, so this week actually is marking an opportunity to take a profit and open up a short position. Overall, for this 2-week period, it's overall, there's a significant trough on a multi-day scale that's highlighted. We decline pretty notably next week, with ending with sideways rotation on a multi-day scale. Yeah, today's not a bad day probably to do that. It does look like we go higher, but we didn't actually technically touch through this price level or the RSI down here in the 30s yet, so maybe not. Oh yeah, definitely, guys. Like, this would be a place to cash a profit on the long end. If you haven't done so, if you're just joining us, if you got a long position for that day trade, good place to exit. Good place to open up a short for an overnight swing. Yeah. Remember, we've got this unicursal here. It's a nullified high, making it difficult to read until it's real time. We've got this unicursal off of the high, so be very, very careful, guys. Good place to open a short for that overnight swing, and it'll take us to an important price level. I wonder what this orange is here. See, and anybody that's got access to the live updated TradingView charts, they can just click on one of these lines, and if I put notes there, they'll be there for them to read. They're not on this one, but this looks like it's probably a swords price level based on the color. right? So I'm expecting a reversal here. And then this is very bearish to see the Princess of Wands in the low significator position. From the scale of a one-day chart, it's very bearish. Possibly a multi-day, but definitely very bearish. Because what it's indicating is that there's a rally out of the day's low that offers opportunity to open up a short position, meaning that we're going to see the same low again. Or it's going to be consecutively lower lows or something like that. Low at the end of the day here, lower, possibly a lower low based on the correlation to the 10th. So that reads pretty well. And I don't think in the morning here, I'm not picking up on this Ace of Cups being an entry for a long position, which often it is, but in this case, it doesn't look like a well-advised position. I mean, you might be able to make money midday closing out of a long position opened at the open, but it's risky. I always like to go for clearer trades. This is much more likely to be an exit for the short position that hopefully people have opened. We've already started coming down here, guys. So hopefully people have hopped in. Excuse me, I'm so sorry I'm coughing in your guys' ears. Allergies. Wonder if we come all the way down to that. We might actually open higher in the pre-market and then have a really notable decline into the open that'll bring us lower than where we are now. That might actually be what takes place. I have that it's a lower open in the pre-market, but I'm actually sometimes it gets blended up here. My sense is that we probably do open higher, but by the time the market opens, we'll be lower than where we are. Hopefully that makes sense to people. So it's not really a place that you want to try and open up a long for a swing. Just don't get scared when you don't let your stomach drop if we open higher in the pre-market. Yeah, even here I'm seeing, based on what's transpired, I'm seeing a lower, like in the morning, an opportunity at a trough. All right, guys. So special offer right now. We're gonna do buy one get one free. 2026 1-year readings. So it's a little far ahead, but that's up for grabs. We'll probably be doing that on and off. Look out for another special offer that should be coming probably in a couple weeks or so. We're gonna do like we'll probably do like buy 4 multi-years get 2 free. But for now we're doing buy one get one free 2026 readings. And so if you're interested in that special offer, all you got to do is message me on Discord or on the website. We'll set you up with that. Last question. All right, guys, I'm going to roll after this. SOXL, a good short here. Let's take a look. Probably not. Looking at the chart, probably not. But let's see. Actually, yeah, you could probably open up a short here and then on Thursday close it. Although if there's a good profit tomorrow, take your profit. It's called short for a reason. Take your profit, reposition. Probably one of the best habits you could get into. It took me so long to figure that one out. My God. All right, guys. With that said, I'm gonna roll. Thank you all so much for watching. Our next regularly scheduled live stream is going to be tomorrow night, Wednesday at 8 p.m. We do that weekly, 8 p.m. on Wednesdays. We also do 8 p.m. Eastern Time to 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Sundays as well. That seems to be a pretty popular time frame, actually. So I'll see you on those or on one of the other ones, guys. Most importantly, guys, make sure to follow through on that rule of karma.